Beaumont's West End as multiple apartments erupted in flames. We'll show you the dramatic moments and what's next for those affected.
Plus, two teens wanted in connection with the tragic shooting of 17-year-old Jason January. They've now turned themselves in. The latest in that investigation.
And Orange City leaders just gave the green light on a major economic development project. What this means for the community and local businesses. 12 News Daybreak starts now. Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for waking up with us here on 12 News Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Tia Johnson.
And I'm Mark Armstrong. It's 7 o'clock right now, so let's go ahead and get a first look at your weather with meteorologist Carrie Cooper as we take a quick live look outside from our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network here above, well, now it's above Orange. Carrie, what's it looking like out there today?
Oh, Mark, a lot of clouds. It's going to be a warm, windy, humid day. Not as windy as yesterday, though, so that's great news there, but still very warm. We'll be in the mid to upper 70s for highs today. Could even close to 80 in a few spots. Very humid, though, that's for sure. Temperatures well above normal. Right now, we have temperatures running in the mid to upper 60s across the area. 68 up in the lakes, 66 in Orange and Port Arthur, 65 here in Beaumont. I said very warm weather coming up for this afternoon. Dew points are in the well into the 60s. Very warm, humid day coming up. Very little, if any, chance of rain. Maybe a sprinkle or two tonight as a weak front begins to work into the area. It may drop our temperatures a degree or two for the lows the next couple nights. That'll be about it. We'll talk about that and look into that weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, we've got a traffic alert this morning. According to TxDOT, there's been a wreck at the base of the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Eastbound traffic into Bridge City, it's all backed up right now, so expect delays on your commute this morning.
Hey, your house on fire! Get out!
Settlers Cove apartment tenants never expected something like this to happen as you just watched shocking moments in Beaumont's West End Tuesday night as several apartments went up in flames. People returned Wednesday to see what was left behind. Units destroyed, debris across the parking lot. Some thankfully have a place to go, but others are seeking help from the Red Cross. 12 News reporter Daniela Tabata-Palau has more after speaking with residents.
Hey! Hey, your house on fire! Get out!
Around 8 p.m. on Tuesday, residents of Settlers Cove in Beaumont went into panic after seeing flames. Captain Chance Abercrombie said the fire quickly grew, requiring additional crews.
Once the first chief got on scene, he realized the size of the fire and called for a second alarm. They were here approximately 6 hours from start to finish. At this time, the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Thankfully, no one was injured, but by morning, the shock had settled in.
It was devastating, seeing something that I worked hard for.
I'm shocked and I am mad a little bit.
It was such a tragic to see everything you had burn up.
Everyone here has a different story. For Job Pedro, a student at Lamar University, this fire may mean leaving town.
I have no family here. I may go back to Houston, try to stay with some people because I'm only a college student, so I don't really got too many places to go.
For others, like single mother Darnella Cooper, the loss feels even heavier.
I have 3 boys, 1 7-year-old, 4-year-old, and I have a newborn. I have a lot of keepsakes for my babies, and all that's probably gone now.
As families now face what comes next, some, like Olivia Duggar, are finding help from the Red Cross in the midst of the heartbreak.
Thank God for American Red Cross. They are going to set us up in a motel.
That was Daniela Tabata-Palau reporting. The Red Cross was out at the complex Wednesday offering financial support to those who need it. We have their contact information on our website as well as ways to help the victims. Firefighters also responded to the Twisted Egg Shack on Dowling Road Tuesday night. Crews were able to bring the flames under control before the fire could spread. The restaurant announced on Facebook that they'll be closed for a few days for repairs and the damage was minimal. No injuries are reported and the cause is still under investigation. New this morning, a suspect is in custody following a multi-county shooting that left 2 victims critically injured Wednesday.
Yeah, that shooting, it was first reported around 7 p.m. near County Road 4213 and County Road 4229 in Deweyville. 66-year-old William Ronald Sepulvado is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, the charges, they come after he shot a man and a woman inside of a pickup truck in Newton County. That's all according to Newton County Sheriff Colton Havard. Both victims, they suffered gunshot wounds to the head. They tried driving to the hospital, but they ended up in Orange County, where they were ultimately airlifted to Houston. That's where they remain in critical but stable condition. Newton County deputies, they arrested the suspected shooter at his home, and he is currently in the Newton County jail.
2 teens wanted in connection with the shooting death of 17-year-old Jason January have turned themselves in. Last Friday, officers responded to the Family Dollar on Avenue A in Beaumont and found January shot behind the store. He died at the scene. Investigators say January, Brendan Ernest, and a 15 and 16-year-old are trying to rob someone. Police say the intended victim fired shots at the group when they were attacked. They say they have now identified everyone involved and will send the case to the Jefferson County District Attorney.
Well, a Groves man has been indicted on a second-degree felony charge for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. According to court records, 27-year-old Hayden Burkhalter, he's accused of choking his mother and firing several gunshots through a wall at his brother. This was all during an alleged domestic disturbance. Officers say that Burkhalter barricaded himself inside the bedroom before he was able to be taken into custody. Now, he was booked into the Jefferson County Correctional Facility.
Golden Triangle Growth, another major economic development project, is moving forward in Orange. Council members took their first vote this week to approve a taxpayer-funded grant of up to $2 million to bring a new shopping center known as Project Capstone into the city. The development is planned for an undeveloped site near Martin Luther King Drive and Interstate 10. It would be a brand new build featuring new structures and infrastructure. Officials say the project is expected to help drive economic growth for the city.
Orange is open for business, and I'm so grateful that we have all of these businesses want to come here and invest in our city and our town. And we're excited to have that right off the interstate to bring in business and continue to grow, create jobs, and increase property tax, sales tax, all those different things that help us operate as a city.
Now the project will need a second approval at a future city council meeting. This is separate from the HEB project.
All right, 3 Southeast Texas Power City companies are going to have to pay fines after Texas Commission on Environmental Quality investigated Jefferson Railport Terminal. They agreed to pay $20,000 for releasing more than 7,000 pounds of sulfur dioxide. That was back in 2020. Well, part of their fine is going to help pay for an energy efficiency program for low-income homeowners. Also, Orion Engineered Carbons in Orange, they're going to have to pay more than $16,000 after releasing wastewater with more pollutants than they're allowed. And then the Bell Oaks Water and Sewer near Beaumont, they're going to have to pay more than $25,000 after the investigation found that they had exceeded their own wastewater limits back in 2022.
.08 right now. Governor Greg Abbott visited Southeast Texas Wednesday as part of his Let's Roll, Get Out the Vote tour ahead of the March 3rd primary. The governor was in Winnie, where he was urging voters to turn out for early voting. At the campaign event, Abbott was joined by several state and local Republican leaders, including Texas Comptroller Kelly Hancock, Chambers County AG Commissioner Nate Sheets, and many other Republican candidates. Governor Abbott says he's working to remind people why it's important to vote.
I'm over here in Chambers County tonight reminding the people here about their values, and their values are on this ballot because we have people who are socialists in Harris County who want to change the way things are in Chambers County, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to get Texans, whether they be in Chambers County or up in the Panhandle, to turn out and vote.
The events are focused on energizing voters and highlighting Republican priorities as early voting continues through tomorrow.
New calls for a Texas congressman to resign over accusations that he had an affair with a member of his staff. And now that staffer's husband is speaking out. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
This morning, a growing number of Republicans calling for Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez to step down amid allegations he had an affair with his staffer.
I think he should do the right thing and resign.
Gonzalez, who will face voters in next week's primary, denies any allegations of an affair. But Florida Republican Anna Paulina Luna is urging him to drop out. She's considering forcing a House vote to formally censure him. Gonzalez faces an avalanche of criticism after his congressional aide, 35-year-old Regina Santos Aviles, died by suicide in September. Her widower provided ABC News with text messages appearing to show Gonzalez pursuing a relationship with her more than a year before her death. In a series of texts from May 2024, Gonzalez, a married father of 6, asks Santos Aviles for photos, requesting a, quote, sexy pic. She's hesitant at first, but Gonzalez continues to ask her about her sexual preferences, to which she replies, "This is going too far, boss." Her widower spoke with CNN last night.
This is real. This is the person that he is. He lied to everybody about it. And, I put it out there for everybody to see.
Gonzalez had this to say when pressed about the accuracy of the text messages.
I'm not going to resign. I work every day for the people of Texas.
House Speaker Mike Johnson calls the allegations alarming, but says the matter will play out in next week's primary when voters get to decide.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Well, 12 News is your election headquarters. You only have today and tomorrow to vote early in the Texas March primary. Here's a look at some of the early voting numbers so far. In Jefferson County, more than 9,000 people have cast their ballots early, and over in Orange, more than 5,000 have cast early ballots. Now, one of the biggest races, of course, here is the U.S. Senate race. John Cornyn, our senior senator here in Texas, he is seeking a 5th term, but he is facing 7 challengers in the Republican primary. That includes Attorney General Ken Paxton and Congressman Wesley Hunt. Over on the Democratic side, Jasmine Crockett, the Congresswoman, and State Representative James Tallarico, they're among the notable names vying for the Democratic Party nomination. Early voting, it's going to run through February 27th. Of course, the primary election day is going to be March 3rd. Before you cast your ballot, text VOTE to 409-838-1212, and we'll send you a full voter's guide right to your phone. All right, coming up here on 12 News Daybreak on 12 News Plus, a local nonprofit is turning up for a fun cause. 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he's going to tell you how you can get involved.
Share your pics and video with 12 News. Just go to the Near Me tab inside the 12 News Now app and click Share with Us. To the spot welders and forklift drivers. To the pipeline technicians and plant operators. To the chemists, custodians, and contractors. And the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a Power City, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now, weekdays noon, only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Welcome back. And tonight, a Southeast Texas nonprofit, they're inviting the community to enjoy the food, music, and fun, and it's all while helping families facing medical hardships. 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he's showing us how this event is making a real difference, and he's live out there right now at the Onyat House in Beaumont with all the details. Good morning, Derek.
Good morning, Mark. The Truck Yeah Gala that's happening tonight is in support of the Onyat House, which helps families and patients who are in Beaumont needing financial need when getting medical treatment. Now tonight, the Truck Yeah Gala is putting on a fresh twist on fundraising, bringing together food trucks, live music, and community support all under one roof. Guests attending the event can expect live entertainment from a Houston-based band, an open bar, raffles, and auction packages ranging from luxury trips to unique local experiences. But what makes this event stand out the most is the food truck experience. Tressa Clark with Onyat House says community support is critical, especially since many families are unable to afford even the reduced lodging cost.
Not everyone can afford to stay at, these really nice hotels that we do have in our area, because it can become very expensive over several nights. And this fundraiser helps us to cover those costs.
The Truck Yeah Gala will take place tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Beaumont Event Center, with tickets available online. Organizers say their goal is simple: to make their services even more affordable for those who are seeking medical treatment and lodging. In Beaumont, Derek Jones, 12 News.
And skies remain cloudy across southeast Texas this Thursday morning on our Roofing 911 Skycam network down in Port Arthur, sponsored by Market Basket. A lot of clouds just like yesterday. Not as windy though. That's the good news. Not as windy as yesterday. We had some pretty high winds and spots times yesterday. We're in the upper 60s, some mid to upper 60s in the Triangle. Very warm, humid morning across the area. We will be in the mid to upper 70s for highs today. Dew points well into the 60s. A lot of low-level moisture in place. High clouds working in from the northwest. We have a lot of low clouds coming in off the Gulf. Most of the rains are well to our east across Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. There will be a weak cold front work through the area tonight. That's the key word, very weak. Temperatures warming up throughout the morning to around 70, and it will be well into the 70s, of course, by noon. Mid to upper 70s this afternoon. Under mostly cloudy skies across the area. 7 p.m. this evening, still at 70 degrees. 10 o'clock tonight, still very warm, upper 60s. There comes that weak cold front. Notice the wind chill, the blue arrows coming in. We may be a few degrees cooler coming up. I don't think we'll see mid 50s like the model's showing, but instead of upper 60s this morning, probably some lower 60s coming up tomorrow morning with very little rain in the forecast at all, unfortunately. Mostly cloudy today, humid, upper 70s in the lakes, mid to upper 70s in the Triangles. As we head into tonight, some patchy fog will be possible. Not much wind tonight as that weak front works in from the north after midnight. Lows upper 50s, around 60 in the lakes, right around 61 or so along Interstate 10. So a couple degrees cooler in the morning, but not much. That 7-day forecast features 70s today, and then after that, it's 80s the next several days. Weekend looks pretty good, but notice as we head into next week, temperatures right around 80 for highs. Lows will be in the 60s, very spring-like with very little, if any, chance of rain. Maybe toward the end of next week and next weekend, we can start seeing some rainfall, hopefully, across the area.
Hopefully. I mean,
Yes.
I know we need it for that fire risk, but are you hoping for rain?
I mean, at this point, so they can stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Let's just get it for a little bit, and then we go to the next thing.
Yes.
Our folks out there have piles to burn, and
Yeah.
they're just holding them back.
Yeah.
I know very respectfully, of course, because we don't want to cause any problems out
Right.
there. But yeah, I know that's
Exactly.
why we need it. Thank you so much, Carrie. And just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. You can check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app.
All right, now's the time to prepare for the onslaught of allergies because spring is just over 3 weeks away. 1 in 4 U.S. adults and nearly 1 in 5 children suffer from seasonal allergies. To prevent severe symptoms, doctors say go ahead and start using steroid nasal sprays. Most should be sprayed once a day before and throughout the season. Take daily oral medication as needed, and if your allergies tend to start earlier, it's okay to take the pills in advance. If your spring symptoms start late, like with grass allergies, consider starting the pills around late April.
7:19 right now. It's time for some trending news here on 12 News Plus. And Grammy Award-winning artist Bruno Mars, he is getting a street named after him in Sin City.
Okay, according to sources with MGM Resorts, Park Avenue in Las Vegas will be renamed Bruno Mars Drive. He was out there for a while during his residency. Clark County officials approved the dedication due to Mars's strong connection to the city. Specific details about the project's timeline are not announced. The 40-year-old just completed his long-running 9-year residency at Dolby Live Park MGM in Las Vegas on New Year's Eve. Bruno Mars is also kicking off the Romantic Tour this spring. Opening night will be at the Allegiant Stadium in Vegas on April 10th and 11th. Man, he don't get tired.
40 years old, already has a street named after him?
Okay.
I'm jealous.
Do your thing, Bruno. All right, well, file this under, you can't make this up. An Ohio trash pickup turned into straight up reality TV when a sanitation worker popped open a bin, found a man hiding inside.
Okay, it wasn't a raccoon, not bad leftovers, a whole person. And yes, dash cam, it caught the big reveal. Let's take a look at this. He's pushing it right up there to the back. Police say that the man, he had just run from a traffic stop. I missed it here. Oh goodness, there he is. It's like Oscar the Grouch jumping out of there. Okay, this guy just run away from a traffic stop apparently and thought that a dumpster was the perfect place to hide out, taken off. Geez, there he goes.
I would have done the same thing.
The second officers rolled up. He bolted again. He didn't get far, though. Authorities in Ohio say the suspect was taken into custody. No one was hurt except maybe his pride. Hopefully they gave him a shower.
You got to look at his reaction when he runs off and he go back just pointing at it.
He goes, he's here, he's here.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have done. No lies told.
That's really funny. All right, would you go to the club if you knew that you had to, or that you could lay down?
This video is making the rounds online of a club in China full of comfortable seating. It looks similar to some of our movie theaters here. It's common for high-end nightclubs in China to feature tables and couches rather than a traditional dance floor. Those venues often have guests pay big money for tables to lounge, drink, and dance directly on the furniture. I think we should have the lounge spot.
Yeah.
But then give us the dance floor. Like maybe I just need to take a nap. I'm not ready to go home. I just need to take a little nap and then go back at it.
You know, this generation, they're not as comfortable going to clubs, drinking, things like that. And I guess this is kind of like meet me halfway. If you can't get off your couch, come sit on our couch, basically.
Somebody like it.
Just saying. It looks fun.
It's 7:22. Looking at the skies of orange. We'll be back with more news and weather.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business. Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m., keeping you informed on what matters most.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Daybreak is giving away 4 tickets to see Aretha, a tribute at the Symphony of Southeast Texas on March 7th. You have until 6:30 a.m. this Friday, February 27th. The winner will be announced that morning at the end of our 6 o'clock hour. You'll be notified by email if you win. Again, go to 12newsnow.com/contest to enter.
And a warm day across Southeast Texas, expecting highs to be in the mid to upper 70s. Mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of patchy fog tonight. Lows in the lower 60s, near 80 through the weekend. A little bit more sun expected over the weekend. And next week, very warm and humid as well. We'll see highs near 80, lows in the 60s. Very little, if any, chance of rain. Very slight chance of a few sprinkles tonight as that weak cool front works in from the north. Of course, coming up a little bit later, we'll take a look at that weekend forecast and the forecast into next week in just a few minutes.
On 12 News Plus, a suspect is in custody after a double shooting left 2 people critically injured. The latest on the investigation.
Plus, shocking scenes unfolded in Beaumont's West End as multiple apartments erupted in flames. We'll show you the dramatic moments and what's next for those affected.
And 2 teens wanted in connection with that tragic shooting of the 17-year-old Jason January have now turned themselves in. The latest on the investigation.
Your time now, 7:26. Taking a live look outside this morning at Jasper. We'll have more news and weather in just a few minutes.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Mark Armstrong.
And I'm Tia Johnson at 7:30. Let's take a look at your top stories this morning. First up, an inmate death is under investigation at the Stiles unit in Beaumont. State officials say 48-year-old Sherman Wynn was found unresponsive in his assigned dorm on Sunday. Life-saving measures were immediately initiated, but he was later pronounced dead by a medical doctor. Wynn had been incarcerated since 2005. The cause of death remains unknown, and an autopsy is pending.
Well, Port Arthur man wanted for homicide is now in custody after evading arrest for months. Port Arthur police, they confirmed that 25-year-old Tejawan Mack was arrested Tuesday night. Now, he had been wanted in connection with a March 2024 fatal shooting. Police say started looking for him after his bond was revoked. He remains in the Jefferson County Jail this morning.
A funeral service will be held today in Port Arthur at the Pop Hour Civic Center for civil rights activist Harji Faye Savoy. The 96-year-old died last week. A funeral service will be held this afternoon at 12 p.m. Savoy was a community leader and grandmother of State Representative Christian Manuel. He said her teachings focused on love and unity, principles she lived by throughout her life. Let's take a live look outside now from our Roofing 911 Skycam network, looking at the skies of Beaumont. The sun rising, but we're not really seeing it as of right now. Carrie, will it kind of be cloudy all day?
Yeah, a lot of clouds, kind of like yesterday, although it will not be quite as windy. That's the good news, but still lots of clouds. It's going to be very warm and humid. We'll have highs well into the 70s today, upper 70s coming up for highs this afternoon. And we do have cloudy skies, not only in the lakes, but also here in the triangle as well. So cloudy day coming up. We'll have clouds tonight. A little bit of patchy fog will be possible tonight as well. With that weak front working in from the north, we're running in the mid to upper 60s across southeast Texas this morning. Like I said, pretty warm this afternoon. We'll warm close to 80 in a few spots, mainly mid to upper 70s though on average. And then tonight a weak front works into the area. We'll see a little bit of patchy fog developing and temperatures dropping, maybe a few degrees cooler tomorrow morning. We'll say lower 60s in the morning, but still well above normal for this time of the year. And of course the winds, as we talked about, was windy yesterday, that's for sure. It'll be breezy today, although not quite as windy as what we saw yesterday. So we'll talk about that. The rest of that forecast a little later.
Thank you, Carrie. Now to a traffic alert for drivers in Port Arthur and Bridge City. According to TxDOT, a wreck has been reported at the base of the Veterans Memorial Bridge. 12 News has learned 7 vehicles and 1 motorcycle are involved, and 2 drivers have been transported to the hospital. In Orange County, ESD number 2 Assistant Fire Chief Josh Taylor tells 12 News all lanes should be open in the next 15 minutes. Viewer Candace Salisbury sent us this video showing the stopped traffic and how far it spans. Drivers going into Bridge City from Port Arthur should expect delays, but drivers coming from Bridge City into Port Arthur should have no issue this morning. I'll keep you updated. New this morning, a suspect is in custody following a double shooting that left 2 victims critically injured Wednesday.
Yeah, that shooting, it was first reported around 7 p.m. near County Road 4213 and County Road 4229 in Deweyville. 66-year-old William Ronald Sepulvado, he is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The charges come after he shot a man and a woman inside of a pickup truck in Newton County, according to Newton County Sheriff Colton Havard. Both victims, they suffered gunshot wounds to the head. Now, they tried driving to a hospital, but they ended up in Orange County, where they were ultimately airlifted to a hospital. They remain in critical but stable condition. Newton County deputies, they arrested the suspected shooter at his home, and they is currently in the Newton County Jail.
Hey, your house on fire! Get out!
Dramatic video right there. Residents of the Settlers Cove apartments, they never expected this fire like this to happen. And as you just watched the shocking moments in Beaumont's West End Tuesday night, as several of those apartment units went up in flames. Now, people, they returned Wednesday to see what was left behind. Units were destroyed, debris across the parking lot. Some, thankfully, do have a place to go, but others, they are seeking help from the Red Cross. 12 News reporter Daniela Tabuada-Palau, she spoke to residents who are trying to recover from this fire.
Hey! Hey, your house on fire! Get out!
Around 8 p.m. on Tuesday, residents of Settlers Cove in Beaumont went into panic after seeing flames. Captain Chance Abercrombie said the fire quickly grew, requiring additional crews.
Once the first chief got on scene, He realized the size of the fire and called for a second alarm. They were here approximately 6 hours from start to finish. At this time, the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Thankfully, no one was injured, but by morning, the shock had settled in.
It was devastating, seeing something that I worked hard for.
I'm shocked and I am mad a little bit.
It was such a tragic to see everything you had burn up.
Everyone here has a different story. For Job Pedro, a student at Lamar University, this fire may mean leaving town.
I have no family here. I may go back to Houston, try to stay with some people because I'm only a college student, so I don't really got too many places to go.
For others, like single mother Darnella Cooper, the loss feels even heavier.
I have 3 boys, 1 7-year-old, 4-year-old, and I have a newborn. I have a lot of keepsakes for my babies, and all that's probably gone now.
As families now face what comes next, some, like Olivia Duggar, are finding help from the Red Cross in the midst of the heartbreak.
Thank God for American Red Cross. They're going to set us up in a motel.
And that was Daniela Tapwada-Palau reporting. The Red Cross, they were out at that complex Wednesday offering financial support to those who needed it. And we have their contact information on our website, as well as ways to help the victims.
Firefighters also responded to the Twisted Egg Shack on Dowling Road Tuesday night. Crews were able to bring the flames under control before the fire could spread. The restaurant announced on Facebook that they'll be closed for a few days for repairs, and the damage was minimal. No injuries were reported, and the cause is still under investigation.
2 teens wanted in connection with that shooting death of 17-year-old Jason January. They've turned themselves in. Now, last Friday, officers, they responded to the Family Dollar on Avenue A in Beaumont, and that's where they found January. He'd been shot behind the store, and he had died at the scene. Investigators say this is what happened. January, along with 18-year-old Brendan Ernest and a 15 and 16-year-old, they were all trying to rob someone. Police say that intended victim fired shots at the group when they attacked him. Now, they say that they have now identified everyone involved, and they're going to send this case to the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office.
Another major economic development project is moving forward in Orange. Council members took their first vote this week to approve a taxpayer-funded grant of up to $2 million to bring a new shopping center into the city. The development is planned for an undeveloped site near Martin Luther King Drive and Interstate 10 and would be a brand new build featuring new structures and infrastructure. Officials say the project is expected to help drive economic growth for the city.
Orange is open for business, and I'm so grateful that we have all of these businesses want to come here and invest in our city and our town. And we're excited to have that right off the interstate to bring in business and continue to grow, create jobs, and increase property tax, sales tax, all those different things that help us operate as a city.
Now the project will need a second approval at a future city council meeting, and this is separate from the HEB project.
Lindy, they held a job fair at the MCM Elegante Hotel in Beaumont Wednesday, and the company says that its new industrial gas facility is going to be producing hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen products, and it's set to open later this year. Now, it's being built right across from the Jefferson County Jail on Highway 69. They are hoping to hire multiple technicians and engineers over the next year.
We're looking for people that have any kind of technical experience or education in a technical area. So they could either have, 2 to 5 to 10 years of experience as an I&E tech or as a mechanic, or they could be someone that's fresh out of LIT or a school like that.
And they say that for those who couldn't make it to this job fair yesterday, you can still apply online on the Lindy website. All right, we got a few contests here on Daybreak. In fact, we got a drawing coming up tomorrow for this one. We want to help you enjoy your spring break. And over the next 4 weeks, we're giving away tickets to Moody Gardens. We're doing this every Friday. Winners are going to be able to get a family 4-pack of tickets. The grand prize winner is going to be on March 20th. You're also going to get a 1-night hotel stay for 2 adults and 2 kids and a round of golf for 2. Go to 12newsnow.com/contest to enter. And Daybreak is also giving away 4 tickets to see Aretha, a tribute. Now, it's going to be at the Symphony of Southeast Texas, March 7th. You have until 6:30 a.m. this Friday, February 27th. Well, that's tomorrow. And the winner is going to be announced at the end of our 6 o'clock hour tomorrow. You're going to be notified by email if you win. Again, go to 12newsnow.com/contest if you want to enter.
Up next, spring is still weeks away, but allergy season is already ramping up. What doctors say you should start doing now to prevent miserable symptoms later. And still ahead on Daybreak, one Southeast Texas nonprofit is helping patients feel at home during difficult times. How the Trachea Gala is making a difference.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
Are you at the mercy of your bladder? If leaks are keeping you from living your best life, you should know that it doesn't have to be that way. Incontinence can be treated. Don't wait to get the help you deserve. The National Association for Continence is a nonprofit organization that's helped millions get on the path to a life without leaks. Visit nafc.org now to download your free pelvic floor muscle training kit and become the boss of your bladder.
Welcome back. The blizzard that hit the Northeast this week has caused a lot of issues for the folks living there, but one Connecticut family endured the snow to welcome their newest member. Reporter Melissa Cooney has this story.
Connecticut got so much snow, but that didn't stop the team here at Mid-State Medical Center from helping deliver Connecticut's newest blizzard baby, Aria.
She's like, "I'm here and I am the moment."
While others were hunkering down during the start of the blizzard, Athena and Jose Perez were packing their bags. An early morning trip to the hospital indicated that labor was not in the forecast Sunday. But Athena says things changed quickly just as the snow started to fall.
Oh my gosh, it's either go to the hospital and stay there or be stuck at home and don't know if baby's gonna come or not.
They trekked through the beginning stages of the blizzard and made it safely to Mid-State Medical Center. As the blizzard raged overnight, Athena was in labor. And by 6:30 Monday morning, Meriden had around 22 inches of snow and a new 19-inch, 6-pound baby named Aria.
Well, here she is. And we are so thrilled.
The new parents are over the moon to welcome Aria. And like any good storm, you can prepare the best you can, but you never really know when it'll arrive.
She definitely gave us a run for our money. Oh my God, I hope we can make it in time.
What better way to come into the world?
Interestingly enough, Mid-State Medical Center tells us they actually see a slight increase in labor activity during storms because they say changes in barometric pressure can sometimes influence when labor begins.
Cannot praise them enough. But they were around the clock. There was no hesitation with anything.
As the happy family reflects on a 24 hours they could not have predicted, they say they can't wait to see who Aria becomes.
Definitely mentally and physically ready to take on this new chapter.
But one thing is already certain.
She's bold. She is bold.
Hopefully she doesn't come full force like that.
Well, very humid across Southeast Texas this morning. Take a look at our Roofing 911 Skycam network up in Jasper, sponsored by Provalis. Have cloudy skies. We have cloudy skies here in the Triangle as well. Humid, windy with lots of clouds across southeast Texas this afternoon. Of course, we have temperatures right now running in the mid to upper 60s. A very warm morning across the area with southerly winds off the Gulf. Houston at 70. We're running in the mid to upper 60s here. Upper 60s up in the lakes area and 66 degrees over in Lake Charles. Dew points continue to be on the high side across the region, indicating a lot of low-level moisture in place right around the surface, just above the surface. Deepest moisture, as you can see, is well off to our east across portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, seeing a pretty good coverage of showers off that way. That's where all the main energy's at. Certainly none here, and we could use it because we certainly need the rainfall. Futurecast throughout the morning, slowly warming into the 70s. Southerly winds off the Gulf, be in the lower 70s there by noon. Should reach the mid, I think the upper 70s coming up this afternoon. 73 Woodville, 76 later today in Kirbyville. Maybe a few peaks of sun here and there. Tonight, a lot of clouds. Could see some patchy fog tonight across southeast Texas with temperatures a little bit cooler tonight. We'll say lower 60s. I don't think we're going to get into the 50s. I didn't think, remember the earlier run had 50s. I wasn't agreeing with that. Maybe some upper 50s in the lakes tonight as that weak cold front comes in. Notice we're in the lower 60s with a little bit of fog coming up tomorrow morning. Rainfall, well, the bad news is just don't see much over the course of the next week at all. Maybe late next week into next weekend, a little bit better chance. But for today, mostly cloudy, upper 70s for highs, south to southwest winds at 10 to 20. So we head into tonight, some patchy fog will be possible. That weak cold front works through. And as we said, just only slightly cooler tonight, but a couple of degrees. Low 60s there, maybe some upper 50s up in the lakes. 7-day forecast features a nice weekend coming up. Temperatures in the 80-degree range. Lows at night around 60.
Happening tonight, a Southeast Texas nonprofit is inviting the community to enjoy food, music, and fun, all while helping families facing medical hardships.
Yeah, 12 News reporter Derek Jones is live out there at the Onyat House in Beaumont with all the details. Hey, Derek.
Mark, it's here. I'm here live at the Onyat House, and tonight they're having the Truck Yeah Gala, which is supposed to help families and patients that are here in Beaumont receiving medical care, providing lodging and financial assistance. Now, the Truck Yeah Gala is supposed to be a fresh new twist on fundraising, bringing together food trucks, live music, and community support for all under one roof. Guests attending the event can expect live entertainment from a Houston-based band, an open bar, raffles, and auction packages ranging from luxury trips to unique local experiences. But what makes this event stand out the most is the food truck experience. Fundraising co-chair Stephanie Van Syke says every dollar raised helps cover essentials.
Not everyone can afford to stay at, these really nice hotels that we do have in our area, because it can become very expensive over several nights. And this fundraiser helps us to cover those costs.
Again, every dollar raised helps cover essentials from overnight stays to meals and basic needs, ensuring families can focus on their loved ones' recovery instead of financial stress. Now, organizers say the goal is simple, and that is to make sure that the lodging is affordable and that they're able to make it comfortable for them while they're here in Beaumont receiving medical treatment. Live in Beaumont, Derek Jones, 12 News.
Well, last week, the Food and Drug Administration, they reversed course and said that they would now be reviewing Moderna's mRNA flu shot, which experts say it might come with advantages over the traditional flu shot. Ivan Rodriguez, he has more on this new vaccine.
mRNA or messenger RNA may still sound relatively new to many people, but experts say the technology has been studied for decades.
The COVID-19 vaccine really brought it to the forefront.
Andrew Pekosh with the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health says a potential future mRNA flu vaccine could be helpful to the public and scientists.
There have been clinical trials that show that mRNA vaccine generates stronger responses and more protection than the standard flu vaccine. But another thing that it can do is it can shorten the time needed to choose a vaccine strain.
Pekar says today, vaccine strains are chosen 6 to 7 months before flu season. With mRNA technology, it could be shortened to 8 weeks or less.
And what that allows us to do is get a better match between the viruses that are circulating and the vaccine strain.
A common question over the years has been mRNA vaccine safety and the impact to one's DNA.
The mRNA vaccines don't have the ability to do anything to your own DNA. They're specifically designed to stay away from your DNA. Some of the current mRNA influenza vaccines that are moving through the clinical analysis pipeline are even safer than the COVID-19 mRNA and still outperform the standard flu vaccine.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
And GLP-1 weight loss drugs, they are getting less expensive. Novo Nordisk says that it is cutting the list prices of Wegovy and Ozempic to $675 for a 1-month supply. Certain medications, they can cost more than $1,000 a month, with Wegovy injections the priciest at $1,350. The new prices are going to take effect next year. And when Daybreak returns on 12 News Plus, we're going to have more news and weather in your morning rush hour as we take a live look here of Port Arthur on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. Your time is 7:51. We'll be right back.
Share your pics and video with 12 News. Just go to the Near Me tab inside the 12 News Now app and click Share with Us.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers. To the pipeline technicians and plant operators. To the chemists, custodians, and contractors. And the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont. It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
And welcome back to Daybreak here on 12 News Plus. 7:54 right now. Time for your morning rush out.
It's everything you need to know as you start your day. Suspect is now in custody following a double shooting that left 2 victims critically injured Wednesday night. 66-year-old William Ronald Sepulveda is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The charges come after he shot a man and woman inside a pickup truck in Newton County, according to Sheriff Colton Havard. Both victims suffered gunshot wounds to the head and were airlifted to Memorial Hermann, where they remain in critical but stable condition.
Well, there were 2 teens that were wanted in connection to that shooting death of 17-year-old Jason January, but they've turned themselves in now. Last Friday, you'll remember that officers, they responded to the Family Dollar on Avenue A in Beaumont. That's where they found January. He'd been shot and had died behind the store. Now, investigators say this is what was going on. January, along with 18-year-old Brendan Ernest and a 15 and 16-year-old, the 4 of them had worked together to plan and rob someone. Ultimately, they got shot.
A funeral service will be held today in Port Arthur at the Bob Bauer Civic Center for civil rights activist Harji Faye Savoy. The 96-year-old died last week. Her funeral service will be this afternoon at 12 p.m. Savoy was a community leader and grandmother of State Representative Christian Manuel. He said her teachings focused on love and unity, principles she lived by throughout her life.
And lots of clouds across the area this morning. It'll be mostly cloudy today, highs in the mid-70s. Lows tonight, lower 60s. A little weak cold front comes in, but near 80 tomorrow through the weekend, all the way into next week. The spring weather certainly here is going to stick around a while. Very little, if any, chance of rain expected. And once again, temperatures be well above normal.
Reasons to Smile, sponsored by Reisinger and Valls Orthodontic Specialists.
All right, here's a reason to smile. The Hampshire Finette fishing team. They made waves at Toledo Bend Reservoir, one of the Texas's premier bass fishing destinations. Competing against a stacked field, 2 Longhorn teams, they landed in the standings. Hannah and Romero, they reeled in 5 fish totaling 16.88 pounds, good for 15th place. Bass and Cragen, also, they brought in a solid 5 fish limit at 14.45 pounds, finishing 24th. Keep on reeling them in, Longhorns. Also, the eastbound lanes of the Veterans Memorial Bridge, going from Bridge City in Port Arthur, it has now reopened.
Back to those fishers. A lot of high schoolers putting Southeast Texas on the map.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
It's that time of year, too. Great fishing right now.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we'll be back at 11.